Today, I want to talk about something that almost nobody warns you about. There are 7 things you tell people every single day, and each one of them may be silently blocking your prosperity, your projects, your finances, your relationships. I am not talking about obvious sins, not dramatic mistakes. I am talking about habits that seem completely harmless, but work like slow poison, and the Bible warned us about this a very long time ago. Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." So, let us talk about the 7 poisons. Poison number 1. Announcing your plans before they are ready. Have you ever noticed that person who has been talking about opening a business for years, but never actually opens it? Every family dinner, the same story. The plan keeps changing because every new listener adds a new opinion. There is a reason for this. When you talk too much about what you are still building, the energy disperses. It is like a fire being born. Every premature word is a drop of water falling on the flame. Neuroscience confirms what Scripture already knew. When you announce what you are going to do, your brain experiences a premature reward. It registers the goal as partially achieved, and the motivation to actually do the work drops. And there is something even more dangerous. You expose your vision to the fears and limitations of other people. Even the ones who love you carry their own wounds, and they will unconsciously project those wounds onto your dreams. Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 3 says, "Whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. He who opens wide his lips comes to ruin." The best projects grow in silence. Show the gold when it is ready. Poison number 2. Talking about your relationship. Not good things, not bad things. Your relationship is a sacred space, and it needs to be treated as one. When you praise it too much, you invite envy. When you complain about it, you do 2 damaging things at once. You relive the problem in your own mind, reinforcing the negative. And you plant a permanent image in other people's minds that they will never fully erase. 2 months from now, when you are happy again, the people you confided in will still look at your partner through the lens of what you said in a moment of frustration. The intimacy between 2 people is like a sacred fire. It needs to burn inside the home, exposed to the wind of the world. It goes out. What happens between you and your partner stays between you and your partner. Poison number 3. Revealing how much you earn. There is no good scenario here. If you say you are struggling financially, opportunities disappear. Successful people instinctively avoid associating with someone they perceive as sinking. If you say you are doing well, emergencies appear from nowhere, and your achievement starts to be questioned or resented. But here is the deeper issue. When you declare financial lack, you are not just describing a situation. You are adopting an identity. You are telling your own subconscious that you are a limited person, and the subconscious obeys. Work in silence. Organize your finances quietly. Let the transformation speak for itself. Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 1 says, "Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring." Poison number 4. Turning your problems into conversation. There is a significant difference between seeking professional help and becoming the group's official problem narrator. Every time you retell your problems, you relive them. It is like watching the same horror movie over and over. The fear intensifies with each viewing. The emotions re-anchor. The story becomes more real, not less. And there is a detail most people miss. Some listeners secretly feed on your problems. They feel relief hearing about your struggles. And you, without realizing it, start to be subtly avoided. Silence about your problems is power. It creates space for you to reflect and find solutions. And when you emerge with the breakthrough, then you inspire. Psalm 55, verse 22 says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you." Poison number 5. Sharing your victories before they are secured. There is a natural impulse to share a win the moment it happens. But premature celebration opens the door to external interference. Envy, doubt, negative energy, even when unconscious. And beyond that, your own brain relaxes the moment it receives external validation. The dopamine of approval anticipates the pleasure of victory, and the motivation to continue weakens. Celebrate internally. Thank God. Keep your focus on continuation. Matthew chapter 6 verse 3 says, "Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." The sweetest fruits grow in silence before they appear. Poison number 6. Speaking badly about others. It seems harmless. Comment here. A criticism there. But every time you direct your attention toward someone else's failures or flaws, you are pulling your own focus away from your evolution. And there is a powerful law of attraction operating here. When you label someone as incompetent, dishonest, ungrateful, you are reinforcing to your own mind that these patterns exist in your world. And you begin attracting more of exactly that into your life. When someone falls, you have two options. Point the finger or extend the hand. When someone rises, you have two options. Attack or learn. Only one of those paths leads toward prosperity. Matthew chapter 7 verse 1 says, "Judge not, that you be not judged." Poison number 7. Betraying the trust of someone who shared a secret. When someone tells you something in confidence, they are offering you something precious, their own vulnerability, and betraying that trust is programming your own reality as someone who cannot be trusted with great responsibility. Prosperity requires trust, spiritual trust, financial trust, trust in relationships. If you cannot guard what is small, how will you be given what is great? Even if no one ever discovers what you leaked, your own energy reveals it. People who speak what they should not speak live in a constant state of anxiety and internal surveillance. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 9 says, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out." These 7 patterns seem small in the day-to-day, but together, they form a habit that blocks the flow of prosperity in your life. The Bible was precise. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. This is not only theology. It is practice. Guard your plans. Protect your relationship. Stop declaring scarcity over your finances. Stop narrating your problems. Celebrate privately. Observe without judging. And keep the secrets that were entrusted to you. Every word you choose is either building your future or eroding it. Choose wisely. Which of these 7 patterns do you recognize most in your own life? Leave your answer in the comments. Your honesty may be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Subscribe to Biblical Legacy and leave a like. It helps this content reach more people who need it. We will see you in the next video. God bless you.